You want to say something, don't you?
No, I'll give you that impression.
Go on.
Whoever he wants next, Lyndon Arthur at some point in 2026, followed by... Hello everybody, welcome back to Boxing 365. This episode of Next Card in the Deck is focusing on Whittaker versus Gavazi, courtesy of Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, and will be at the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham. Starting off with Whittaker Gavazi, 10 rounds, WBC Silver Light Heavy.
I'd like to take a moment just to ask all of our lovely viewers if they could take a moment to subscribe, like, follow, all the usual bit. Once this video's done, make sure you finish this video, obviously, because we have a real surprise at the end.
Yep.
I usually say something unnecessary and not relevant. Head over to TikTok, check out all our content on there. Plenty of good stuff. Apologies if Dan gets wet. We have a minor leak in the studio.
Minor leak. It's just destroyed all of my laptop. But other than that, it's all okay.
It's minor. But speaking... No, it's not relevant. Ben Whittaker Gavazi.
Yep.
Light heavyweight.
Yep. Ben Whittaker. Surgeon.
You told me I'm not allowed to go on a rant this time. So
Well, no, there's nothing to be doing with ranting. He's 9-0. He's got one draw with Liam Cameron in an interesting fight, which he went and fixed the next fight out.
Did he quit?
I'm convinced. I don't know whether he meant to end up injuring himself, but I'm convinced that he pulled him out of the ring.
Okay. So just for clarity, because you clearly swerved that one, did he quit?
Yes.
Thank you. So
sorry, Ben. That's just my opinion. I'm allowed one. I think you're an all right guy.
No, I like Ben Whittaker. I quite like the cringy stuff. To be honest, I think it's funny. I think it's humorous. I think he's a brilliant self-promoter.
Wow. Funny and humorous. Thank God for that.
It's because he's extra funny. Funny wasn't enough, so he had to be funny and humorous.
I think there's lots of attention drawn to the fact that people think he's, as you've said, whether he's more substance than skill.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of where I was going when I said I didn't want to rant about him. So he's obviously very talented. You don't win a silver medal at the Olympics through being flamboyant. I don't think we're going to learn a lot in the Gavazi fight. I don't. And the reason I don't think the Gavazi fight is particularly any more difficult than, say, the Ezra Aranyeka fight. I don't think it's any more difficult than a fit on form Liam Cameron. I get why Matchroom have done it. They've only just signed him. This was a 6-week turnaround, something like that, 7-week turnaround. They wanted him out. They wanted him active. They wanted to make sure that going into the new year, we'll learn something when they announce the next opponent. And that's nothing against Gavazi. I'm not saying he can't come and cause the upset here.
Yeah.
But where they put him next will be the real telltale. He needs to fight.
He's a cash cow as well, though, isn't he?
Of course he is, and I can't blame him. It's like the whole Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul thing. Like, I can't blame them for doing it. They're a business.
Yeah.
Ben Whittaker will sell out the arena. He has a huge following in Birmingham. I would absolutely go and watch the fight because he's entertaining.
Yeah.
But this channel's about discussing the boxing. And yes, you should tune in and watch him because it's guaranteed to be entertaining.
I think the reason that we're not sure about, I think the thing is, so far, what's stolen the spotlight is the flashiness and the flamboyance, the way that he styles himself in the ring, showing off.
Yeah.
That's just taken center stage. But if you were to forget about all that, everything we've seen so far is good boxing.
Oh, go 100%.
So what I was trying to get to with that is that the argument of is he more substance than skill? I think it's just that the flashiness has just overshadowed it. I don't think it's not there. I just think it's been put by the wayside. But I think the more he goes up the levels, not convinced this is necessarily up the levels, like you said.
Yeah.
The more he goes up the levels, the more it'll show.
Do you think the flashiness should stop?
No.
No, I don't. I'm on the same page as you there.
It makes him marketable.
It's not even about the marketable thing for me. So looking at it from, it depends, I guess. I guess it depends on what hat you're wearing. So, from Matchroom's point of view, marketability.
Yeah.
From the fans' point of view, he's entertaining.
Yeah,
He's
great
fun.
watch.
He's a great watch. He's one of them fighters that can be in a bad fight and it'll still be entertaining
Mm.
because of the way he conducts himself in the ring. Would I like to see him tested a little bit? Yeah, of course I would. And there are tests at the light heavyweight division to see where he's at. I think you look at, I mean, a little bit early, but even someone like a Billy Denise as an example, Zach Parker, people out there that have got, you know what, this is a real right. Let's see where he's at,
Yeah.
because I want the style. I want that. I want that substance, that entertaining factor, and I want him to keep that. I don't want him to lose that confidence. But at the same time, away from the fact of just being a fight fan and being entertained by Ben Whittaker, I'm a boxing fan, and I want to see him beat someone of this.
It's worth remembering. This will be his 11th fight.
No, and this is what I'm saying. This isn't about.
It could be the next 2 or 3 fights and be well timed.
I don't think he's been managed very well, though, to be honest.
To this point.
No, exactly. Yeah. And I think the Matchroom move, I'll be honest, I think the way that Eddie promotes his fights, he's very vocal, he's very camera focused, Frank Warren's a little bit more old school, which is great, by the way. I think it's a perfect mix. I think they'll do some brilliant things. And Dimitri Bivol is also promoted by Matchroom. So,
okay.
Basically, my point is that when it gets to the point that they want to make that big fight and it's marketable enough to make money,
it's a fight they can make.
It's a fight they can make at the drop of the hat.
I think I loved the little announcement. I say I loved it. I thought it was really good, but it's not me. It's a bit much for me. But I thought it was really funny. I thought it was good.
Shall we do it?
No.
Please?
No.
You'll like it. I'll say the black people.
Oh, you know what? I've got an idea, but I'll tell you it off.
Say, I love black people.
Anyway.
I do.
I think I've got an idea of something. I'll tell you it off camera. But I think it's a WBC silver title.
Yep.
In his 11th fight. We know he's got the skills. He's a successful amateur. Gavazi, he's 19-1. He's got 13 knockouts. His only loss came in his very first pro career.
It did. Career? Why, has he had 2 pro careers,
Sorry,
Dan?
in his very first pro fight.
Yep.
He's 30 years old, so he's a couple of years older.
Yep.
But he's been very successful. He's fought pretty much every fight in Germany.
Yep.
No amateur background. Not loads of notable wins, but he's got a good winning record. So it's a good test. And if you looked at it on paper, you'd go, good fighter. Doesn't matter whether he's, fought high-level opponents or not.
I agree.
I think Whittaker will go and win. I hope it's in style so that we go, wow, he's way above that.
And we can get some content.
But what would you like to be his next step then? Specifically. You don't have to be super specific, but if you've got a name in mind that isn't Dimitri Bivol.
No, okay. I will talk you through what I would like from him in 2026.
Right, go for it.
A fighter that I'm a big fan of, and we've discussed him before, and I think he'd be a really good opponent, would be someone like Steve Woodall. Tough. Bear with me, right? We don't know anything about Gavazi. True? He's not fought anyone of any ilk.
Really, no.
We've watched whatever we can find of him, but that's about your lot. Steve Woodall, we know what he brings, we know how good he is, and we know the level he's at, right? So let's get a measure of right now under Matchroom where he's at. And I'm talking early next year. I'm talking February, right? Get Christmas out of the way, 6-week turnaround. Let's do that. Then I'm wanting awkward. And I'm not talking awkward international opponents. I'm talking, who would I like to see him in with specifically? I would like to see him in with Zach Parker, Lyndon Arthur, Brad Ray.
I'm glad you said those names.
Or no, I'm going to leave it at that because otherwise we can go into that sort of the well of loads of names. Ben Whittaker has the potential to be an exceptional talent for Britain. Like, he has got exceptional ability. He hasn't fought anybody yet to prove that, which is fine because he's early in his career. But he is an Olympic silver medalist. We don't need to be too slow with him. He has proven that he's at a certain level already. I think, fine, we want to get him. You want to say something, don't you? So,
I'll give you that impression.
go on.
Whoever he wants next, Lyndon Arthur at some point in 2026, followed by Daniel Lappin.
I think Lappin comes first.
Don't know.
It depends how
No.
Lappin goes, though, because Lappin, I think that's a future fight. If you let them marinate a little bit and
Mm.
Lappin goes on to do what we expect him to do in his own right, it's a mega fight.
Yeah.
Lewis Edmondson?
I was going to say, when Lappin fought Edmondson, that was a good fight. So maybe somebody like an Edmondson leading up to
I think end of next year.
leading up to Lyndon Arthur.
I think end of next year.
A couple of fights there.
Lyndon Arthur, I think, is an absolute banger. I think the Zach Parker fight's good, just purely on style.
We've got a good few.
Yeah, Dan Aziz, maybe.
We've got a good few fighters coming through at light heavy again.
Just to spitball here, because obviously I know he's had a bit of a turmoiled couple of years.
Mm.
If Craig Richards beats Dan Aziz, obviously still with Matchroom, you thinking that's in Eddie's thinking?
So he's an experienced fighter. If he beats Dan Aziz, it probably says, I don't know. Dan Aziz is just. I used to think I had a bit of an idea of where he was at, but I'm just totally lost with him
I've
now.
lost it. Yeah, I've completely lost it.
So I don't really know what that win would mean, but
it puts him another win on the board, and he's
Yeah.
coming off of obviously Craig Richards coming off of the win against. Oh my god, my mind gone blank.
yeah, that's frustrating.
Paddy McCrory.
That's it, Paddy McCrory. Yeah.
So it's that sort of point where you go, okay, 2 decent wins for Craig. No disrespect to Craig, 'cause we've got a lot of respect for Craig. But then that being that next fight, maybe that instead of the Steed Woodall fight, that's then your
That'd be
measure
a
of
good fight.
going, okay, we know he's here.
Yeah.
Now let's look at a Lyndon
Couple
Arthur.
more steps. Yeah.
Let's look at a Brad Ray. Let's look at that sort of level and see how we get on. But
Yeah.
love Ben Whittaker. Mate, honestly, keep doing your thing. Just as a boxing fan, want to see him in there with some harder opposition.
Tell him what you really mean.
You're a shithead.
Oh, I was going to say that you love black people.
I love black people.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So
that's inappropriate.
It is.
We're getting banned.
We're not. You were just simply quoting Eddie Hearn, and that can never go wrong. So Cameron Vuong and Gavin Gwynne.
God, there's actually. Do you know what? I forget how good this card is.
This fight should have happened before now.
No, I disagree.
Yes, it should have. It should have been straight away.
I disagree. No, right, okay. For the fans' point of view and for Gavin's point of view, absolutely should have happened straight away.
To nurture Cameron
Vuong, looking at it from not only a promoter's point of view, from a fight fan's point of view, in hindsight, was Cameron Vuong given the Gwynne fight probably too early?
Yeah, we said that.
Exactly.
That's why we sat there
and when Gavin Gwynne's going to win the fight. Yeah.
That's why you placed your bet
on Gavin Gwynne.
And then we were robbed.
Yeah, we were. No. So the reason I say it was the right decision was for 2 reasons. I think it would have been bigger if they'd have made it straight away. I think it's fell by the wayside a little bit, if I'm honest. I think it would have headlined its own show if they'd have done it straight away. But as Cameron's proven, he's had a little bit of turmoil. He's chopped and changed a few things. He's left Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis. He's now down training with Lee Wiley and Ben Davison. He's not looked brilliant. Not looked brilliant at all. Beat Jordan Flynn, but not really sure how good Jordan was.
The title there.
He looked
WBO European.
Cameron Vuong, apparently, according to what we hear from training camps and from the trainers and coaches and gyms and promoters, he's very, very, very good. I think it's the right thing letting him have the extra fights. But I'll be honest, I'm not convinced he's learned enough. I think Gavin Gwynne has put his whole time into this coach. So he's come out of work. He's training. He's in camp properly. I'd say where my money's going.
Really?
I just don't. I think it's a kryptonite type thing. I don't think it's the fact that Gavin Gwynne's a better boxer than Cameron Vuong. Because I think a
bit like Brandon Adams and Bohachuk.
Yeah.
A bit like perhaps Bilal Fawaz and Junaid Boston.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a million and one stories. I mean, that Prescott Amir Khan, for example. It should be. It was written in the stars that Amir Khan was going to go over to America and take over the world. And Cameron Vuong on paper, you look at the ability that kid's got, you think, it could beat anyone. Gavin Gwynne, Gavin Gwynne's a good boxer, and he's
Mhm.
cuter than people give him credit for. It reminds me a bit like Liam Smith. You know, when you watch Liam Smith and you go, I don't get it.
Mm.
But unless you know boxing,
There's more to it than what
yeah,
yeah,
Dave
what you
Allen,
necessarily
probably
see.
another prime example.
Yeah.
Gavin Gwynne's very much that. He's not quite as easy to hit as people seem to think he is. A lot of the shots land on his arms. He's very clever, very cute.
Yeah.
And unless Cameron Vuong has actually been making some real inroads into his game plan coming into this fight, because we know what we're going to get from Gavin. He ain't going to mix up too much. It's Gavin Gwynne. We know what we're going to get. He loses.
Mm.
But interesting fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, obviously Vong's had a good win against Jordan Flynn. Gavin Gwynne's been in big fights or fought good opposition before.
He
He's
has.
lost to Mark Chamberlain, Joe Cordina, and obviously Cameron Vong has another loss in his record as well, but less notable. It's a rematch. It's massively interesting. Like you say, Vong probably was in there too early in the first fight. Gwynne won it, didn't get the decision. They're both when I saw him talking before after his win with Jordan Flynn, Gavin Gwynne said he wasn't impressed.
No.
Told him to his face, said he was looking forward to fighting him again. So yeah, I don't know. I as I was writing up, I thought, will this be the kind of thing that is like when Whittaker fought Cameron, where things didn't go right, and then the second fight was just a correction?
Yep. And I'm okay
I
with
don't
that.
think it will be though.
No.
I tend to think that it's still gonna be. He's still early in his career, and whether he'll have enough. I hope he does, because it'll be good to have a good prospect moving
Yeah.
past things like that, and sort of going, see, you know,
Yeah.
see. Although I maybe got a nod when I shouldn't have, I
Yeah.
am better than that.
I'm the rightful one.
But
Yeah.
I don't think it will be. I'm sort of yeah. So I sort of don't think that's what we're going to see. But we will move past Bong Win. It's going to be a good fight.
Great fight. Looking forward to it.
A bit of needle, so that'll be nice. Another young prospect that we're looking forward to, Aaron Bowen versus Tom Cowling,
Cowling, I think.
for the vacant Midlands area title. 10 rounds at middleweight.
Do you know what, though, right?
Yep.
This
on.
is so obviously toughest fight of Aaron Bowen's young career so
Yep.
far. Cowling is 14-1.
14-1. His only loss came to Troy Coleman.
Yep. So no shame in that. Troy Coleman's a decent fighter in his own right.
Yep, absolutely.
This is one of them fights, a bit like the Fawaz Boston fight, where it was obviously for the English title. Realistically, that was above. Fawaz will fight at British level. Cowling is this is tough. Like, this is a tough match for an area title because Cowling is good.
Yep.
Aaron Bowen is.
We've seen a bit of shakiness, really, haven't we?
We've seen a few fights, haven't we, with him where it's just like, I don't know, he just seems to have.
I think it was in. Was it? Did he
Birmingham.
fight in Birmingham
Got
where we
dropped.
watched him and we were like, "Oh, something's not quite right there." Just didn't look at his best, but he admitted that,
Yeah.
and he even apologized to his fans, I think, and said, "Look, I'm sorry that I should be better than that."
Yeah.
He seems like a really nice guy, and he's a good fighter. So hopefully, heading for good things. He's been out 3 times in 2025 already. Like you said, nothing notable, but that's
Part
to
of
be
the journey,
expected
innit?
at
Yeah.
7-0. But he's got 5 stoppages already, and Cowling's only 4 stoppages in 15 fights. So not necessarily expecting that there's going to be a threat of getting hurt too much. So hopefully that's not something for Bowen to worry about. I think it's a good test, but it is, like say, for a Midlands area title, it feels like a big.
I like it.
Feels like a big,
Massive.
big fight. But it should help him in looking forward, looking to other titles. The problem is he's a middleweight.
Good luck with that.
Oh,
I mean, what else do you say? I
what
mean,
I
you
was going to
look at.
say is he's a middleweight, Midlands area title.
Yep.
What's next?
English.
Jimmy Sains.
Yeah. Oh, we could skip that.
Just go to British level.
Yeah. Who's there? George Liddell.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, George Liddell.
Why
yeah.
don't we give him a really easy one?
Yeah, go on.
And let him fight. Who we got? Let's think of someone who's no longer a British champion, but he's been in and around it. Not particularly that good. Kieran Conway.
Oh yeah, let's go for that.
Yeah, that's easy.
God.
Maybe He's a big middleweight, to be
It's a
fair, though.
tough division, isn't
It's
it?
horrible.
It's a tough division. I
I mean,
think.
brilliant for fans.
Yeah.
Horrible for Aaron Bowen, because poor Aaron Bowen's probably gonna have to retire with an area title.
No, I think he's better than that. The thing is that there's so many. It feels like so many good young British fighters now at
Taylor Bevan.
middleweight. Taylor Bevan. Oh my god,
I'm telling you,
it's a nightmare division.
it's
It's a
honestly
nightmare division to be coming up in, isn't it?
there's Lely Buttigieg.
Nelly Buttigieg.
Aaron Bowen may as well, because let's be honest, out of all of them, I like Aaron Bowen. I think he's good. I think he's gritty. I think he's got a hell of a lot to offer, and he's quite a big middleweight. Um, I think he might just want to. I think he might think, right, you know what? Super middleweight division's not that good in Britain, is it? We've got Hamza Shiraz, Callum
Oh my
Simpson,
god.
Will. Mate, honestly, he's in an absolute shite spot,
Yeah.
and I don't think he can boil
I
that
was going
many
to say, how
further.
far can we boil Aaron Bowen down? No, look, I'm going to say, I think you've got to give him the support. Young fighter, hopefully big things ahead for him. But like I say, what it will mean is that if he does end up fighting these fighters, his path to titles is going to be well earned.
Oh, 100%.
So if he goes and wins
Yeah.
English, British titles at the minute in the scene that we've got,
Yep.
it means a lot. It will be.
Yeah.
He's not fighting in a nothing division. He's it's pretty stacked as far as prospects go.
Do you know who I'd like to see him fight next?
Go on.
I've just thought of it.
Who?
Just thought he's bloody genius.
Go on.
James Ozzy Osbourne. You like that, don't you? That's good, isn't it?
Oh, that's quite good. I like that.
That's a good fight.
Yeah, but middle, super middle.
Who's a super? I don't know, but James Osbourne was a very small. That
Height wise, yeah. But he's stocky, isn't he?
yeah, but let's be honest.
But in
Again,
a couple of those fights, he was
he was
dwarfed.
he was the little guy. I think James.
But why would he? I don't think he'd do that.
It's a big fight.
Yeah, it is. But
Headlines a
there's
next gen card.
No, there's big fights at super middle anyway.
Yeah, I know, but we're not here to talk
Well,
about James Osbourne.
Not at the minute with Williamson and
Yeah,
with
I
Troy and
think
Camden, but
personally he'd be better off going. And I'll be honest, do you know what? Scratch that. I want to give Aaron Bowen an opportunity, and that is a good fight for me. James Osbourne proved at the weekend. Just gone. He deserves a decent shot. Put him in there with Jimmy Sains. Let him have a shot at the English title.
Yeah.
And he's proven against 3 very different style of fighters that weekend that he can mix it with all of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not here to talk about.
No, we're not.
Shout out James Ozzy Osbourne though.
We are going to talk about our first female fight on the card: Molly McCann, Ebony Cotton.
Molly McCann, MMA Molly McCann, UFC Molly McCann in a second pro bout.
Absolutely.
Welcome Meatball Molly to the boxing world.
Second fight in the boxing world.
Yeah, no. But
it's funny. I was looking, and when I was writing this, I thought our last fight wasn't that long ago now. She was kicked.
Yeah.
And it made me, and I thought it was worth mentioning. She said in an interview, she was like, it wouldn't have been. She was laughing, obviously, but she was like, imagine if I'd have done that. And she's right. The rep that mixed martial arts would have got, and the slander that she'd have got for coming and kicking somebody in the ring. And I just thought, like, joke or not, I can't even remember her opponent's name. I apologise. Like, you wouldn't have done it then, would you? I just feel like that's so maybe unprofessional. Is a little bit harsh. Well, actually, no, it's not harsh at all. Unprofessional. And I just think, yeah, I didn't like that. But people moved past it pretty quick. She made a good debut. And she's fighting Ebony Cotton. Ebony Cotton, second fight.
Yeah, so we don't know anything about Ebony Cotton.
You don't know anything about Ebony Cotton.
No, sorry. I'm talking we as a community. What I'm saying is it's only a second bout.
Yep.
Same as Molly. Go on, you've got something you want to say.
No. I'm just waiting.
She got a really good amateur background.
Nope.
Fair enough.
I know amateur fights.
No. So all I was going to get at was that you've got 2 fighters that very early in the boxing career. Not a lot to measure on how good Ebony's going to be. It's hard to plan and manage a camp around a fighter. You've got something really interesting.
I haven't. All I was going to say is that
So I've gone off track now.
I looked at this and I went, why is Molly McCann fighting somebody who's 1-0? Why is she not fighting somebody a little bit more experienced, even if they had losses?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is she not?
Learn.
Yeah. Why is she not fighting somebody who's been in there? I don't really get it. I still don't really get it.
I thought he was going to educate us.
So I had a little bit more of a look at Ebony Cotton. dancer, model, entrepreneur. She moved to Australia.
Okay.
New Zealand. She'd been all over.
Right.
And I was just having a look, and she took to boxing. It was sort of personal
Right.
life.
Yeah.
She found a way into
A gym, I'm
like
assuming.
like doing like CrossFit and stuff like that.
Okay.
And her fitness instructor was Luke Jackson,
Right.
Olympic boxer,
Yeah. Okay.
who suggested that she put on some gloves. And as soon as she did it, she loved it.
Okay.
And now she's in after moving back to the UK.
Okay.
She wanted to have a pro career.
Yeah.
She started a pro career. She
Yeah.
fought, I can't remember her name, Kira something.
Someone decent, like from a journeyman point
Not
of, like a
necessarily.
journey woman point of view.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think to some extent.
Okay.
And she's coming in for a second fight against Meatball Molly. And I was like, that's a bit of a baptism of fire.
Do you know what? Right.
I know it's a different sport. I know it's not MMA.
How old's
But
Ebony?
she's 31.
Do you know what I said to you?
Mm.
Have you got something interesting to say? And you went, oh, not really.
Yeah.
Well, you've just given us
That was
some.
quite interesting,
That
wasn't
was
it?
really interesting. I've got to be honest. I'm well bought into the fight now.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
And you know what? I like Meatball Molly.
I actually want Ebony to win. I
But
think.
having read like a very little about Ebony Cotton, I'm like, go on, I want you.
Yeah.
I want you to win. I really do.
Molly's done everything she can. She's done everything she
No,
can.
she hasn't.
No, look, the realism of it is Matchroom have got some of the best matchmakers in boxing. Unfortunately, Ebony has probably been put in there to be fed to the lions.
I hope not.
I hope not. I hope she gives a good account of herself. I hope Matchroom get her on and they let her fight someone else.
Yeah,
she deserves more opportunities.
Of course, she will. Especially if she makes, like you say, if she makes good account of herself.
If she does get knocked out in first round, then by all means, never have her on again. But
No.
it is what it is.
No, I like to say, generally speaking, you'd favour Meatball Molly. She's got the background in combat sports, but
Big hands, hasn't she?
Clearly, there's a reason that you've been put in there. Like again, thinking from a matchmaking point of view, why put her in with somebody who's no record and like what is there to gain really other than some learning? So there's got to be something in it. So I'm
Awkward,
I'm really looking forward to it.
unconventional, maybe.
Perhaps, yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to seeing how it turns out.
Absolutely.
We'll
skip this one.
No, we won't. No, we won't. We've got the Spider, Ibrahim Sulaimaan.
Matchroom's prospect of the year, 2 years on the bounce.
Versus Nico Ogbeide. Now, this is Sulaiman's first look at titles. The vacant Midland area super feather title.
Yes. I'm letting you run this conversation.
I've turned a corner.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Have you?
I promise you I have.
Have you really? Do you actually like him?
It's a bit strong, mate.
All right.
His last fight out was Cherry. Obviously, we did some talking about that fight. We were there for it. It was the best he's looked.
Yep.
It was the best he's looked. But,
agreed.
But I'm not intentionally putting it down, but it was clever matchmaking because you could tell
of course it was.
Kerridge wasn't there
to win.
He didn't have a lot of ideas.
Didn't
he wasn't
engage.
causing him a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
He was a lot of the time walking around ready to be hit.
Yep.
So it was clever matchmaking, but you got to a certain point you got to go. What I liked about the Spider this time round was he came out like he meant business.
Yep.
He did have a pretty spine-tingling ring walk. It was, everybody was behind him. It was good. Looked like he meant business. Got in there, got the job done. Wasn't particularly. I think previously I've seen sort of a cocky, arrogant side to him. I don't know if it's just because we didn't get to see that, but it didn't seem like that was there. He just seemed like he was there to do his job. And then as soon as he won, out he goes, business as usual. He was walking around a little bit around the arena and stuff like that. I don't know particularly what he was doing at that stage, but it was his best performance and against an all right opponent.
Do you know what I think? I need to turn my corner, and I keep trying.
Go on.
But I think to turn the corner, I think I need to meet the guy. I think one of the events, when we get to an event, right, we're doing our rounds. I think we're going to make an effort to go find him. Say, look, Spider, Ibrahim,
mate,
Tom,
pal.
No, let's not start. Let's not start too emotional. But look, I want to do a little interview here, all right? And just see the vibe I get off him. If I still decide I don't like him that much, then that is what it is. And look, I'm not here to like everybody. Not every boxer I'm going to like. Not everyone I'm going to think is absolutely superb and talented. If I'm going to be sitting here as a yes man that goes, yep, world champion, Tommy's the cleaner. Oh, he's got footwork, phenomenal. Like,
I like to say,
you've turned a corner, and I'm happy for you.
when I say turn a corner, I still don't get why he won Prospect. Well, I know it's been explained to us why he won Prospect of the Year, but I still don't see all of that, and I still don't think he's necessarily
My mouth's
as
open.
good as everybody else. But
I would like to point out, I'm actually very grateful for Mr. Sulaimaan because we've actually got quite a lot of fans and followers that are his fans and followers who also sort of follow the likes of, say, Taz Nadeem, Adam Azim, that community of fighters. And I really hope that, because Adam Azim made top 5 prospects for me, big fan of Taz Nadeem, nice guy. I really hope that by me giving you my opinion and giving the guys my opinion and the women my opinion and the people my opinion, that I don't understand the hype around Sulaimaan, that doesn't dampen that relationship. I'm here to be proven wrong. And sometimes I'm proven right, sometimes I'm proven wrong. And if Ibrahim Sulaimaan goes in, because this again is a tough fight, it's an area title fight, which again, like we said earlier, this might be as high as these guys go. This is going to mean a lot to them. If he goes out and does a job and he looks all right doing it, I'll hold my hands up, I'll admit it. I'm not pride conscious enough to say, no, look, I know he's a 3-weight world champion, shite. Like, but like I said with Ben Whittaker at the start of the video, I need to see why this substance exists. And at the minute, I don't. And that's okay. And if you all want to unfollow, crack on. Don't do that.
If you're a Spider Sulaimaan fan, please don't unfollow. We are just being honest. Feel free to tell us your opinion as well. Right.
As long as it's agreeing with me.
We are going to finish up. So, your winners,
please,
for the night: Whittaker Gavazi.
Yeah, Whittaker.
Vuong
Gwynne.
Bowen Cowling.
Cowling.
Molly McCann Cotton.
Molly McCann, purely on toughness.
And Sulaimaan Ogbeide.
I'm going to go with Sulaimaan. I'm going to back our fans. I'm going to back you. But it is a hell of a tough fight.
Yep.
But hopefully we see some substance to this hype. And I'm excited for it. I'm actually looking forward to watching him in that fight.
Yeah. I think so. Right.
Fight of the night, or is it upset?
Fight of the night is going to be...
I'm going to go with the main event. Just purely... No, just purely...
Win.
No, because, listen, you're asking me fight of the night, you're asking me to advise to these lovely people what the most entertaining fight's going to be.
Top of the bill.
All right? Top of the bill. Let's be honest. You'll get the most value and most enjoyment out of watching Ben Whittaker. All I'm saying.
Upset of the night.
If you're going B-side, A-side, I've picked Cowling and Gwynne. So,
which is most likely?
Gwynne is the most likely upset.
He won the first fight? Well, should have won the first fight.
Even Eddie Hearn said he should have won the first fight. Eddie Hearn literally said in the ring, and when Cameron got Robert Green there, mate, probably shouldn't have won that.
Yeah.
Cameron went, oh, sorry, Eddie. Don't talk like that. Sorry, Cameron.
How do you rate this card? It's Ben Whittaker's first time with Matchroom. How do you rate the card?
It's not a title. It's not a title bout, particularly. Is it IBF? Is it IBF European?
WBC Silver.
Oh, yeah, it is. We push him in top 5, the winner. That's huge. Okay, fair enough.
Wake up, come on.
No, I'm just trying to think of how I try and categorise, don't I? Otherwise, you'd score small hall shows as ones. Like, I try and fit them into their own little categories, like judge them on their own merit. I'm gonna go with strong card, nice mix. I'm gonna go 2 high though. I'm gonna go 6.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I could see that. See 6.
I just don't think. I'll be honest. I think it's a good card, headlined by a potentially already a superstar in the domestic scene, with a selection of area undercards. It's all right.
If there'd been one other sort of British, or
if it had a banging, like if it
was a good co-main, like a really good co-main event.
The co-main event's good, but it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not great. The main event, if it was Ben Whittaker against a notable opponent of any of the ones we've mentioned earlier that I'm not going to re-mention,
jump up to a 7,
7 and 8, maybe even a 9. Like, yeah, you know, it's if it was Ben Whittaker versus Lyndon Arthur for the EBU European, which I know doesn't have the carry that it used to, because people don't care about the EBU like they used to. They'd rather have an IBF European or whatever. But I still rate the EBU European title. I think it's still part of that journey as a boxer. And that for me would make this card huge.
Bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe if Hamza Radim was on it.
Yeah, I do like Hamza Radim. Right.
Sorry.
Rate the robot.
I don't want to. What's he saying?
He's saying Whittaker wins by stoppage. He's saying Vuong by decision.
Okay.
He's saying Bowen late stoppage. McCann decision.
Yep.
Sulaimaan decision.
Okay.
Can't really necessarily fault any of that.
No, I can't fault any of that. I mean, to be honest, I'm picking Gwynne.
You've gone Gwynne and Cowling.
No, right.
Oh,
Listen.
Gonna lose.
The reason I've gone Cowling is because Aaron Bowen has shown tendencies to not switch on very quickly.
Listen, I don't want any more explanations.
All right.
We're done for the day.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually all right with that. So for everyone that's wondering how long me and Dan spend together at times, it's too fucking long.
Yeah, way too long.
Make sure to keep an eye out for all of our content that's coming out. There's been a hell of a lot of content going out on TikTok. Let us know if it's too much and you're getting bored of seeing us on our reels and your reels. Is that
We'll ignore you.
And we'll ignore you and continue to post. We aim that I've not spoke to Dan about, but we've gained some real traction in the first 3 months. You'll probably have to clip this and put it as its own little thing at this point. I'm babbling, but I want to be at 5,000 followers by the end of the year.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's a goal for me and you.
Yeah, no.
You don't need to tell our lovely fans.
They
know.
To know.
They know.
They don't. Because you don't let me tell them.
Right. That's us done. We have finished. We've talked through the card. We can't wait for it. Make sure to watch it. As Tom said at the start, make sure to like and subscribe. And we will see you in the next episode.
See you later, guys.